Welcome, beautiful badass business babes. How you doing? Happy Wednesday. I am a bit under the weather today and coming to you live anyway. I have chosen not to cancel any of my appointments this week. Though I did do a lot of resting and a lot of binge watching yesterday while still keeping my appointments. And today as well. We watched Practical Magic, which was lovely and wonderful as always. So how are you? If you're jumping on live, say hi. If you are catching the replay, drop a hashtag replay. Would love to know if you are jumping on with me. Just taking a moment to gather my thoughts and give people a chance to know that we are live. And yeah. So happy Wednesday. Happy to be here with you. How were your holidays? If you were celebrating, maybe you're still celebrating. I believe I've lost track, but the last night of Passover, I believe, is tonight. Maybe not. Hashtag awesome Jew. I know Easter was this Sunday. Hopefully you guys found lots of Easter eggs or buried lots of Easter eggs if you've got kids that you organized Easter egg hunts for. All right. Yeah, what else has been going on? My brother came to visit this weekend he's been working in Barcelona, and we got to do some traveling. I got to show him around Tel Aviv. So that was super fun. And now I'm getting over a cold. So yay. So excuse my appearance is a little less than usual, or maybe not. Maybe you're like, so yeah. Anyway, moving on. Business. What's up in business this week? So if you guys have been reading or following or seeing my social posts this week, I shared last week that I built a resources and recommendations page on my website with all of my favorite personal development tools, all of the Oracle cards that I love to use and share with you guys each week, and as well as books that I've read more recently and over the years, personal development books, business books, spiritual books that I just have really enjoyed, and some business tools and resources as well. So you can check those out. And then what happened immediately after that was a lot of, I call it messages from the universe, that can come through people, through Oracle cards, through, I don't know, random videos, through posts on Facebook or Instagram, through conversations with people, through lines in a movie or a song or whatever the case may be. And to me, those are the universe, God, spirit, source, whatever you want to call the rest of the world. Oh my gosh, you guys, the sky is beautiful right now. The sun is coming out and it's like lighting up the clouds. I just noticed it, and it looks like there's a dolphin. Oh my gosh, sorry, having a ADD moment. It's been storming here a lot. So messages from the universe, and the messages that I've been getting are to follow my own inner guidance, which I sort of always recommend. It's what I teach my clients. I believe that we all have divine inner guidance, our own truth that will lead us. In the personal work that I did for 10 years, it was one of the first things that they taught was how to know what is your truth. And so I was getting that message, which I think can happen a lot, especially in the sphere of online coaching. There's so much material, there's so much advice, there's so many ways to go about doing your business. And you've probably heard me say this, I say it over and over again, that there's no one right way. Any of the ways will work, any of the ways do work for the right person, but you have to find what's true for you. Again, going back to the PDF download that you get when you come into this group, A Million Ways to Market, that will teach you how to find that way that is unique and true for you in terms of marketing, how to tune into your strengths to reach your ideal audience and what fits for your business. So tuning in. Do you have a spiritual practice? Do you have a way that you tune in to hear your own guidance? For me, it's always been writing and journaling is how I tune in. For some people, it's meditating. Oracle cards is another great way that I use. Anything, walking in nature can be another great way to tune in. So follow my guidance. And with that, one of the other things that has come up is knowing when to cut your losses. Knowing when something isn't working for you and it isn't the right way for you, even if it does follow your strengths, even if it was from divine inspiration or guidance initially, when there comes a point where you go, okay, this is really not working for me, and knowing and trusting that if it's not working for you, that's because there's a different way that is meant for you, that is going to be higher and better and serve you better and serve others better and be even more fulfilling and be even more abundant and prosperous for you. So not to despair. And for me, and I've talked about this before, what comes up with that always is like, is the topic of failing and learning, like shifting the mindset from failing to having learned, having grown, having had an experience, having tried something, where many people, hi Vivian, many people don't even start. Many people, especially with entrepreneurship, so many people don't start. And then of the people who do start, it's like 10% of people, and this is not entrepreneurship specifically, but like, I saw something, I don't know, so many things that have come into my world recently that are basically like the same message of so few people are willing to even start. And then of the people who do start, the ones who consistently stick with it and keep showing up and keep going is like, it's like 10% of 10%, right? So that's how you become the 1%, is by just showing up and being consistent, which sounds counterintuitive to knowing when to cut your losses. I was having this conversation this morning with my mom, and we put on, I was like, oh, it's like the song, you got to know when to fold them, know when to hold them, right? So we put that on the stereo and started dancing and singing, and it's true. You need to know how to read the situation and know when something is not working. And this is true with staff. You need to know when a person, if you hire somebody, if they're not working, you want to let them go as soon as you know that. You don't want to keep dragging it out, holding on to somebody when you know it's not working, it's not a good fit. So it's a really important skill to be able to determine when enough is enough, when something is not working, when something else is required, and it's time to make a shift or to try something else entirely. And again, deciding all of that from your inner guidance, from what you know to be true. Vivian, if you have any questions, or if anybody else is live and has any business questions or any topic related to business that you would like more information about, or they have questions about, feel free to drop them in the comments in the chat. I'm like, there's so many platforms, chat, comments, whatever you want to call it. I'm just sort of talking about what's been up in my world, following your inner guidance, knowing when to cut your losses and try something different, and knowing how to tune into your own divine wisdom and guidance in terms of what to do and what to choose and really everything. And what are some of the strategies that I use to tune in and as part of my own spiritual practice. Although I've been in a weird phase of not doing all the things, all the many, many, many tools and strategies that I've learned over the years. I've been in a sort of anti all of it phase, which has been really powerful and productive for me in terms of, in the same vein, in terms of figuring out what really is true for me, what really works for me, not because someone else said it or it worked for somebody else or somebody taught it, but because it genuinely serves me and fuels me. I think that speaks to me when Vivian says, I think that speaks to me, know when to shift besides using your knowing. Yeah. Vivian knows the tools of the personal work that I did for 10 years. I was mentioning that before, knowing what is true for you. It's super key. So I'm going to shift gears towards our card reading for this week. This week I have, like, how do I show you? The Starseed Oracle by Rebecca Campbell for all our little star beings. My mom is here for a period of time until the end of the month. And I guess it's like 10 more days. And she was listening to some Eckhart Tolle on YouTube this morning. She came in, she was like, Eckhart Tolle was saying that we're all these divine sparks of light that just forgot and are having human experiences. And I was like, yeah, I know. That's what the star seeds are all about. So I'm going to pick a card first for the group. So if you're catching the replay, this first card is for you. And then Vivian, or if anybody else is live and you'd like a card for yourself individually, you can let me know in the comments in the chat. And I said that I was going to start doing this shuffling and pulling of the card beforehand, but I did not do that today. So let's see what we've got for today. All right, so this is for the group. It says called, and there's a woman in a beautiful cloak walking towards a doorway or a portal through a pathway in the cosmos. It's so trippy, like looking at it on the screen. Because it is actually the card, but it looks like a reflection, and I'm like, oh, what's going on? Soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. All right, let's see what it says. Here, called. You came to Earth with a double mission: to grow your soul and to bring about a shift in consciousness. The best way to fulfill these personal and collective purposes is to trust what it is your soul is calling you towards, for it is encoded with the most direct path forward. So this is perfectly on topic. I love when that happens. Your soul has many unique gifts that it came here to share. Some of you may already be aware of, others some of you may already be aware of, some you may already know. Guys, this is how you know I'm sick. Your soul has many unique gifts that it came here to share. Some of your gifts you may already be aware of. Others you're just beginning to uncover. You're being called to remember that your soul intelligently chose the perfect conditions to carry out excuse me, your soul's mission and share your soul's gifts. If you're being called toward a creative project, a passion, or an adventure, this card is your confirmation that you're facing the right way and that this moment right here is destined. If you're feeling unprepared or thinking, who am I to do that? This card is guiding you to step up and leap and consider perhaps that your soul has been training for this moment right here for lifetimes. And this one has an activation. So it says, hold the card in your heart. So I'll do it. And if you are called to, if you feel like it, you can do it along with me. And it says, I call forth the soul gifts and soul training that I've received throughout all of my lifetimes. I'm ready to embody them all now without hesitation or fear. I fully commit to being here now. I'm ready to step into my soul's highest and most potent calling. I've been training for this for lifetimes. Oh my God, there's so much in this um, that has been up in my world that's been coming through. One of the pieces about being here now. And if you guys have seen, there's a documentary on Netflix called Stutz. There's a book called The Tools about this therapist, psychologist in LA called Philip Stutz. And one of the tools that I was learning about this morning is getting out of the fantasy of the future or the thing that will solve all your problems, whether it's money or the perfect relationship or the perfect career or whatever the case may be, like thinking that something outside of you is going to create this perfect scenario where you have no problems in life, rather than being here now, being in the moment. And one of my favorite quotes is from Lao Tzu, which says, I'm paraphrasing always because I never remember exactly how it says, but the concept is that when you are feeling sad or depressed, you're in the past. When you're feeling anxious, you're in the future, and when you're at peace is when you're in the present. So being able to be in the present, be okay with what is and how things are, and know that if things are showing up that feel hard or crunchy or overwhelming, or that you're not prepared for, that you have everything that you need, that you are in the right place at the right time, that you've been training for this for lifetimes, that this is destined, that you chose to come here for this, and that you have so much to share. I was on another call today where the person that I met with was saying precisely that, like, the thing where you feel that doubt rising up is the indication that you have something to share. And so really leaning into that doubt and the gifts and the ideas that we have to contribute to others. I will leave it here for this week. Again, if you're interested in any um, of those favorite things of mine, resources and recommendations, you can find them on my website. If you're interested in the Million Ways to Market, there's a link in the welcome post each week that you can find in the group, in the featured post somewhere. If you can't find it, let me know. That talks about how to market in the way that is best for you, that utilizes your unique gifts, talents, and abilities, and matches your talents and abilities with your audience and your business. And then if at this moment, I have 5 spots open for one-on-one coaching clients. So if you've been looking at bringing on a business coach to help you accelerate the growth in your business, I love, I don't know if I can find it quickly, but I found these 2 statistics this past week about coaching from the Chicago Tribune that says usually 98.5% of coaching clients report that they are satisfied with their investment in a coach. And coaching can produce a 529% return on investment and significant subtle benefits to the business. One of the things that I've heard the most of is just more trust in yourself, so which goes perfectly with what we've been talking about. So if that's something that seems valuable to you, in terms of tangibility, I know that CEOs tend to make decisions faster because they trust themselves. So if you would like to be the CEO of your business empire, and you're interested in one-on-one coaching, let's talk. You can send me a DM or check out my website. Love you guys so much. Sending you all well wishes for the week ahead. And I will be back with you next week, next Wednesday. Thank you, Vivian, for the magic and wishing me to feel better. I'm on the mend, and I will see you guys next week. Have a beautiful week. Love you guys.